Hello, my name is Paula Johnson. You will be hearing me talk and seeing me lecture to you throughout the curriculum. This is an introductory YouTube video to kind of get you on the ball and kind of get you oriented to the program and know where to take off. So at some point you either should have already or in the very near future received an email from Coursesites. When you pop it up, it'll tell you welcome to Coursesites. You can see this picture here. We're going with just a random name here that happens to correlate with my email so that I can show you guys how this works. So once you get that email, then hey, you know you have everything in place for you to be able to get started. The other thing I want to tell you about this particular email is if you scroll down through, you'll see that you do have live support and tech support. These people are phenomenal. If you have a tech related issue, sometimes it's very browser specific. If you're using your regular Internet Explorer browser, sometimes it's difficult to get through the system. I strongly encourage Firefox, but it's not necessary. If you are an Apple person, it works well with Apple as well. But if you have any issues whatsoever, these guys can get you started, and you can see here that it does provide you with training, a quick start guide, and so forth. So you get this email, and let's say you just want to enter it outside of this quick roll in here. So what you would do is you're going to go in and you're going to enter Coursesites.com. And when you pull up the page, this is what you should see, and you'll want to click login. We've provided you with your username and password in that email address. Now, because I generated everybody's paperwork and got this put together, your password when you initially go in is going to be password. And then once you get in, you need to immediately go in there and update your account and change that password to something secure, okay? So we're going to go ahead and log in as if for the first time as Christopher Johnson. So they're going to give you an introductory and say, hey, you know, here's where your global notification is, and you can go and create your profile. That's something you can do later, of course, and creating your profile will allow you to go in and do the password reset, so you can do that as well. So you can click on the name, it'll pull everything down. It shows the course that you've been enrolled in. So with this class, we are doing the HealthNet, that's why it's HM PMed 100, excuse me. So you can pull up that particular link. And let me just back up here because I want to show you guys something. Alright, so once you've been in the first time, this is what your layout's going to be. You've got any announcements, any emails. If you need to send out an email, it's right there for you. If you look over here, you have your course listings, and there is another way in which you can enter your course. So this is the HealthNet PMed 100 EMT Basic course. So we're going to click that. When you come to the page, you're going to see just what you have here. There's PMed 100. This is the introductory page. This is what you're looking at here. The next button is Start. If you click the Start Here button, it's going to provide you with welcome and program directions from me. It's going to provide you with the information on what the scope of practice is for EMTBs in the state of West Virginia, how you have to go about certification, and if you need to create that national registry account in order to apply to take the certifying exam, which for HealthNet personnel I know that's going to be mandatory, how to navigate through Coursesites. This is if this YouTube video doesn't do it for you and you're the kind of person that needs to have it on paper in front of you, this is actually a paper version of everything that I'm telling you right now that will kind of help walk you through it. So there's lots of pictures. I drew a lot of lines to kind of guide you through that process. So you'll see here you've got a web link for here for play pause it. I'm going to explain that here shortly. The very next link is going to be the syllabi and the outline. What we have right here right now is just the base syllabi and outline content. Your instructors are probably going to add to that or make any adjustments or tweaks. You'll find them here. And then this is just another link that takes you back to that start here, so you can make sure you remember how to get there. The majority of the time that you're working in this learning management system, you're going to be under content and assignments. So I'm going to go ahead and click content and assignments, and you will see that I have created these in modules, and the modules correlate against the textbook. So you can utilize your textbook. I strongly encourage it to have that textbook next to you while you're doing these modules. This gives you an overview of the topics that are being covered. You do have module 3 and 4 here. Those are just singular. There's nothing else. It's just the one topic. We're just covering airway here in pharmacology. Your medical emergencies is rather large, and so is the trauma. So you can kind of just look down through there. Now I'm going to click one and just show you how this works. So you click into the module, and this is what you're going to see. You're going to see a table of contents with several things lined down, and it's going to tell you how to proceed through the module. So you want to take the time to actually read this and be very aware of what you're doing. There's a couple ways you can click forward. You can either click this button here. You can open it and look at it in the full document if you want to here, or you can click this button and it'll take you to the next page. So we're just going to click that button, and you will see that it has taken us to a different it'll take us to a different page here. This is that play pause it that I was mentioning. Now when you log into this the first time, you will need to use the username and password that will be emailed to you for this. So it may ask you to log in so it knows who you are. If you log in and it doesn't take you directly to that lesson, then go back out to your Blackboard and re-enter it again, because once the computer recognizes you, then it'll pull you up. And that's what it has done with me, is it recognizes my username and password and knows that I'm on the computer. So you would click this button, and it's going to give you a narration to which you can hear me. Periodically throughout, the video will stop and you will be asked to answer questions based on the material that we've covered up to that point. When you get done with the content and you've answered the questions, you can go back and it'll, I can't remember the word it uses, but you can go back and you can actually write in your responses. So if you don't score well enough and you want to make a better grade, you can go back in. The way I grade the courses is we give you full credit for the question as long as you provide me with the page number and the correct answer out of your student textbook. So if you can provide me with the page number and the textbook, what the correct answer is, then we'll give you credit for that question. So if you run all the way through this and you got 2 right out of however many are there, you can go back and put that data in, and it will let you do that. So I'm going to just we're going to pop back out of this, but this is how you would actually watch those videos. And it's going to work you all the way down through those lectures. Anything that's labeled lecture, guess what? You're going to come right over here to play pause it and be back where you started. Once you've watched all those lectures and those quizzes that are embedded, you will actually come up periodically. You will find quizzes that are just added in as separate. This is one of those examples. You can take this quiz as many times as you want. Whatever the highest score is, that's going to be the recorded score. Then you'll see that in the table of contents, it'll give you a little pause point and it'll say, okay, understand that you've completed all of your other module material, and at this point you're going to follow up and do the module examination. Now your instructors are going to tell you the due dates and what their expectations are to have this curriculum done. They will be charting your progress through the lectures, seeing how you answer those questions. If there's any material that needs to be retaught in the skills component, then they will bring that up at that time. If you have any suggestions, I'm open to them. You will find that when you're listening to the lectures and you're seeing me talk to you, I'm very, very conversational with you. I feel like it should be a casual conversation. I feel like it's a less threatening environment. So you will see me act silly. I teach it just like I would if I was standing in front of the classroom. Also, there's some lectures that I've done at home. Those lectures that I performed at home are, you'll hear my son in the background as he's plodding through, or my dog. I think I have one video where my dog actually tries to stick his nose in the camera. I don't know how in the world he knew that I had a camera there, is beyond me. But if you have any questions, if you have any suggestions for improvement, I am very, very open to that. So this is kind of the review, give you an idea of how to go through and pull this material and learn how to go through these modules. You can just come back into the contents and assignment section. Again, like I said, all of your material is going to be here that you have to work through. The timeline of events will be outlined to you specifically by your instructors, and you should be able to find a copy of that under the Syllabi and Outline tab over here on this side of the screen. If you have any issues, please feel free to reach out to me. Like I said, we've got technical support resources online that may be able to help guide you. These people that run the Coursesites are phenomenal. They are great to answer questions. I've contacted them and they have walked me through everything. They had to, one of my programs, it was an actual internal glitch on their side. It canceled out one of my classes that I had set up with my students, and they actually reset the entire thing for me, so I didn't have to do a thing. They're phenomenal to work with. So if you have any issues, if you have any problems moving through the material, please let us know, and I look forward to talking to you soon. Thanks.